get to your office in the morning and you see this. What do you see here?
So these days we do spend a fair amount of time looking each day at the active fires that have been detected by our satellites that pass once during the daytime and once at night. And so in this composite image of South America, taken from the nighttime images from the VIR satellite, we see cities appear white because they're the source of lights at nighttime. The red dots here indicate the locations of active fires we've detected in just the last week. And so,
why we don't see fire spots here?
So across the northern Amazon region, now in August, it's raining. And so that's an area that, as you might expect, a humid tropical rainforest that's getting regular rainfall is less vulnerable to fires. Across the southern Amazon region, extending from the lowland areas in Peru all the way east to the Brazilian state of Maranhão, you see fires that have been detected in areas that are being cleared for new deforestation, areas of agriculture that are being burned for maintenance, and in some landscapes, fires that have already burned into standing forests, like this area in Santa Cruz, near the border with Mato Grosso.
So this is a dry season for this area.
So across the dry season, this whole area may go 2, 3, 4, even 5 months with little or no rainfall.
And this is a drier season in comparison to previous ones?
So far this year is not a particularly dry year. Obviously, we've seen some record droughts across the Amazon region in the 2015, 2016 El Nino, droughts in 2005 and 2010. Right now, our understanding is that these fires are mostly being driven by an economic motivation, not by extreme climate event like a drought that might synchronize fire activity across the entire landscape. Right now, we can pick out the road corridors across the central Amazon that are kind of new frontiers of deforestation.
And why are these spots going down?
There are fires that are burning across this entire landscape through the winter months as we move south into Paraguay, Argentina, southern Brazil.
And the economic reason, do you think is the same here than here?
One of the things we can do, of course, very well from satellites is to find the location and tell the intensity the fires are burning. Our satellites don't tell us what the motivation is for those fires.
I guess.
We use other pieces of the puzzle to try to figure out what's happening in these landscapes. Are they burning in areas that have recently been mapped as deforestation?
Okay.
Are they burning in areas that have historically been used for crops, and so they might be burning off the winter residues after harvest in areas of agricultural management? We learn more by combining fire information with other types of data that come from satellites in terms of trying to piece together why fires happen in a particular location.
And maybe that some fires are coming from here to here without any motivation, for example, in Bolivia or in northern Paraguay?
So in a number of these landscapes, there are a wide range of land cover types. There are natural ecosystems, including dry forests or savanna systems where grasses dry out every winter or dry season and are vulnerable to fire. In other landscapes, we see fires that have escaped the areas that are currently under agricultural management and are now burning into standing forested areas. That's the case where you see these concentrations of fires in southeastern Bolivia. That's what we use these active fires to identify, if possible, in particular using some of the data that's collected at nighttime, when we have more sensitivity to fires that may be burning through standing tropical forests.
And why do you think that politically it is everything focused on Brazil and not in Bolivia, Peru, Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay? Because I can see fire all across South America, but the news are about what's going on in Brazil. What do you think about that?
So our satellites don't see international borders. Fires don't stop at international borders with a passport. And the smoke that blows from these fires that changes air quality across the western Amazon region and all of these areas downwind, because smoke from the entire Amazon region across Brazil, Bolivia, and Peru pools up against the Andes and then periodically heads south over big cities in southern Brazil, northern Argentina, exposing millions of people to bad air quality.